Think about it. He's only 21 years old, yet he's a name the whole NBA is talking about. Alperen Sengun. They called him too slow, they said. He can't make it to this level. But game after game, he shocked everyone. Is he the true rival to Jokic? A brand new legend in the making? Or the hero of a completely different story that will carve his name into basketball history? His rise isn't measured only by stats. This is a journey where belief, intelligence, and talent come together. To understand the truth, you have to stay with the story until the end. A story that begins in Giresun, Turkey. A young boy with a love for basketball, supported by his family, playing in the streets, chasing a dream no one thought possible. Who could have imagined back then that this boy would one day step onto an NBA court? But inside Alperen burned a fire that wouldn't stop. Every shot, every rebound. He wanted to go further. From Altınordu to Banvit's youth program, then to Beşiktaş. Even as he rose through Turkey, the doubts never stopped. Not fit for the NBA. Too slow. Not strong enough. And yet, what happened next? Many of those same doubters are the ones now praising what he does in the NBA. The 2021 NBA Draft. When his name was called, analysts raised their eyebrows. But the Houston Rockets picked him. And that's where the real story began. A 19-year-old Turkish kid arriving in America. A giant league, a stage full of stars, and mountains of challenges ahead. What would you do in his place? In his first season, he had to adapt. A new language, a new culture, a completely different style of basketball. But he never gave up. In practices, in games, in every chance he got, he showed his basketball IQ. Because Alperen isn't just a player, he's a thinker of the game. Fans and analysts were stunned by his passing, his ball control, his feel for the court. Soon many started saying, in terms of basketball IQ, he's the closest young player to Jokic. But is that really true? Is Alperen the new rival to Jokic? Or is he building an empire of his own, with a unique style? Because his game is not just about numbers. His moves on the court carry courage, patience, and intelligence. Picture a big man, posting up, throwing passes, dribbling, even hitting threes. Unlike traditional centers, he fits right into the heart of modern basketball. That's why people don't just see him as a Turkish player, they see him as part of the NBA's future. But the road to the top is never easy. The Houston Rockets are in a rebuilding phase, and young players can easily get lost. Yet Alperen keeps proving his difference, stepping closer and closer to the spotlight. Think about it. At 21, to make your name among dozens of NBA stars, how difficult is that? And here's the truth. Alperen's story isn't just about basketball. It's about faith, patience, and relentless work. Leaving your country to survive on the biggest stage in the world, being tested every single day, criticized from all sides, and still choosing to fight. Today, one of the biggest debates in the NBA is this. Is Alperen Sengun truly a star of the future, or just a young player who will shine briefly and fade? Answers differ, opinions clash, but one thing is certain, watching him excites you. Because when he's on the court, you never know what's going to happen. And that's why you need to stay with this story until the very end. Because this isn't just the story of one player. It's inspiration for anyone who dares to believe in their dreams. Alperen Sengun, the pride of Turkish basketball, the rising star of the NBA, and maybe the legend of tomorrow. But here's the real question. Do you think he's truly the heir to Jokic's throne, or will he carve his own path and become a legend of a completely different kind? Alperen's story can't just be explained with talent, because the NBA is full of talented players. The real difference comes from his basketball IQ. Have you ever wondered, what really makes a player special? Is it speed, power, or just putting the ball in the basket. With Alperen, it's something else: the art of reading the game. When he steps on the court, he's not just playing his role. It's like he's cracking the entire code of the game: a quick steal, a perfectly timed assist, a smart defensive move. They may look small on the stat sheet, but they completely change the outcome of the game. That's why so many analysts started calling him the young Jokic. But what do you think? Is that comparison fair, or is Alperen carving out his own style that will be remembered by name? Let's talk numbers for a second. During the 2023 to 2024 season, his breakout didn't just excite Houston Rockets fans. It caught the entire NBA's attention. Double-digit scoring averages, constant double-doubles, sometimes flirting with triple-doubles. But here's the thing: it's not only about stats. Watching him play makes you feel something. Have you ever seen one of Alperen's passes and thought, wait, how did he just do that? That's because his game doesn't just speak to the eyes, it speaks to the soul. He plays basketball like it's an art form. Just like every brushstroke means something in a painting, every move he makes on the court has meaning. And the best part? He enjoys the game. He brings that energy to everyone watching. Maybe that's what makes him truly unique. But here's the big question: will Alperen's rise continue, or will he get lost in the brutal world of the NBA? Because every year, new stars rise, and many fade just as quickly. Can Alperen become a lasting star? Look at his role on the team. The Houston Rockets are building a young core: Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, Amen Thompson, and right in the middle, Alperen. Many analysts even say this team's true leader will be Alperen. Do you agree? Or do you think the Rockets' management sees him as just another piece for now? Another thing that stands out about Alperen is his courage. Have you noticed? It doesn't matter who's in front of him: Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. He never backs down. Even against the biggest names, he plays like he belongs. This kind of confidence is rare at his age. But here's a question: will this confidence take him to the top? Or could being too fearless sometimes hurt him? And then there's the pride factor. Looking back at NBA history, only a handful of Turkish players really made a mark. Hedo Turkoglu, Mehmet Okur, Ersan İlyasova. But with Alperen, it feels different. He might not just be a Turkish success story, but a player who shapes the future of the NBA itself. Do you think he could one day be an all-star, or even further? Could he actually win the MVP award? Alperen's game is more than just today. It's about shaping tomorrow. He's breaking the old-school idea of what a center is. A center doesn't just play under the rim anymore. They pass, they run the offense, they shoot threes, they handle the ball. And Alperen represents that new era of basketball. So let's end this part with a question. Who do you think will define the future of NBA big men? Jokic, Embiid, or Alperen Sengun? Alperen Sengun's story is proof that dreams can come true. Just a few years ago, he was playing in small gyms in Eskişehir. And today, he's shining on the biggest stage of all, the NBA, where millions watch every move. This isn't just the rise of a player. It's the symbol of belief, hard work, and never giving up. What makes his journey so inspiring is that he grows even through his mistakes. He loses the ball, he loses games, he gets criticized. But every single time, he comes back stronger. That's the true mark of a star. Because being a star isn't only about talent. It's about getting back up every time you fall. Right now, he may still be at the beginning of his career. But you can feel it, can't you? When people talk about him, they're not just saying, he's a good player. They're asking, could he be a leader of his team? Is he the next Jokic? Is this the future of the NBA? The fact that these questions are even being asked shows how special he is. But here's the most important part. Alperen is writing his own story. Yes, people compare him to Jokic, to Gasol. But in truth, Sengun is Sengun. His game, his personality, his journey, all his own. And this story is only just beginning. So let me ask you, do you think Alperen Sengun could become not just Turkey's star, but one of the true faces of the NBA? Could his name one day be mentioned among the all-time greats? This video isn't just about his achievements. It's about hope for the future. Because maybe, right now, we're watching the first chapters of a legend being written. And if you're as excited about his journey as we are, you can be part of this story. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments your favorite Alperen moment. Because this isn't just our story to tell, it's a story we're writing together.